Good evening and welcome to Icutv Men News. Let's take a look at the stories making headlines. President Hichilema swears in Lands Commissioner and Diplomats. Teacher at Kaonga Secondary School alleged caught abusing 15-year-old pupil. Ministry of Health launches national guidelines for portable X-ray use. And in international news, Bangladesh declares National Day of Mourning after military plane crashes into school. And in sports news, Keagan Phiri appointed new head coach for Nkwazi FC. With the news in details, my name is Miriam Deborah Gamani. President Hakainde Hichilema has sworn in 4 senior officials at State House, including a new Commissioner of Lands and 3 envoys appointed to key diplomatic missions. The appointees are Shadrach Mbewe as Commissioner of Lands, Lieutenant General Sitali Dennis Alubuzwe, retired, as Ambassador to Brazil, Brigadier General Wilson Chikalambwe Tembo, retired, as High Commissioner to Zimbabwe, and Mahuba Wesley Hazembe as Ambassador to Israel. The appointments are part of the ongoing efforts to enhance efficiency in public service and strengthen Zambia's international relations through peace, security, and economic diplomacy. The President has also placed emphasis on the urgent need for improved service delivery at the Ministry of Lands, calling for streamlined processes that guarantee transparency and timely access to land to all citizens. Community members from Gabobola compound in Mazabuka District, Southern Province, have apprehended a 49-year-old teacher of Kaonga Secondary School. The teacher is accused of sexually abusing a 15-year-old pupil at his home in Gabobola. According to the community, the teacher had been reportedly inviting the pupil to his residence. Concerned about the situation, residents followed him to his home, where he initially refused to open the door. They only gained entry after threatening to break it down. Upon entry, the pupil was found naked on the teacher's bed while the teacher was partially dressed. When questioned, the teacher claimed he was teaching the pupil mathematics. Police have yet to release an official statement on the matter. The Ministry of Health has officially launched the National Operation Guidelines for the use of portable digital X-ray units, marking a major step in improving access to quality diagnostic services across Zambia. Officiating the launch, Ministry Permanent Secretary for Technical Services, Dr. Kennedy Lishimpi, said the guidelines will help standardize the serve of portable digital X-rays, especially in remote areas where healthcare access is limited. He noted the technology's key role in diagnosing conditions such as tuberculosis and trauma. Dr. Lishimpi thanked Reconnector and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan for supporting the rollout of this life-saving innovation. Reconnector project coordinator Mr. Rao Soto said the technology is already making an impact in rural districts such as Chisamba and Chibombo by providing faster and safer imaging. The launch represents progress towards universal health coverage and bridging the gap in rural healthcare. We'll take our first break. Stay tuned for more news.
Did you know that mental health conditions are treatable and recovery is possible? Hi, I'm Ngenia Febamoyo. I'm your host on Let's Talk Mental Health. I invite you all to this show where you freely express yourself, and together we find a solution. For more details, you can contact 0777 93 73 92, and we'll be there to help you find solutions to whatever you're going through.
Welcome back, and now in our local stories. Katete District in Eastern Province is said to benefit from the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development's ambitious project to develop 7,000 kilometers of rural roads across Zambia this year. Permanent Secretary for Technical Services Nicholas Phiri announced that Katete has been allocated 3.2 million kwacha to procure lubricants and fuel for operating road maintenance equipment, addressing a major challenge that has affected road upkeep. During a courtesy visit to the District Commissioner, Raphael Phiri, last Friday, the Permanent Secretary urged the Katete Town Council and all local authorities nationwide to prioritize construction and maintenance of rural roads. Phiri stressed the need for close collaboration among councils, the district commissioners, officials, traditional leaders, and ward councillors to identify critical roads that will improve access to markets and essential social and economic services. The Katete Chaninda Road, a vital trade route linking Zambia to Mozambique's port of Beira, facilitates a significant volume of the country's fuel imports and copper exports. The National Prosecution Authority (NPA) has introduced new guidelines aimed at improving the prosecution of economic and financial crimes. Director of Public Prosecutions Gilbert Phiri urged prosecutors to familiarize themselves with the guidelines to effectively target the masterminds behind organized financial crimes. He highlighted that perpetrators often control criminal gangs and cancel their involvement, making it crucial for prosecutors to use the guidelines to hold them accountable. Phiri noted that financial crimes have several negative impacts on economic development and social stability. Principal State Advocate for the Taxation and Financial Crimes Department, Iris Mwala, said the guidelines will boost prosecutors' confidence and expertise in handling complex financial crimes cases. Dr. Gabriel Pollen, Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development Administration, has urged Chinese investors to partner with Zambia's 116 local authorities to boost rural development. Speaking at the training at Zhangjiang University, Dr. Pollen highlighted opportunities in solar energy, agriculture, street lighting, and solid waste management, encouraging joint ventures to unlock Zambia's vast rural potential. He praised Zambia's stable political environment, favorable investment climate, and incentives, stressing the need for global cooperation in improving livelihoods. Dr. Pollen also appreciated China's vision of a shared future and reaffirmed Zambia's commitment to deepening cooperation, especially in tackling climate change. The training brought together officials from various countries to learn about China's poverty reduction, AI, and rural revitalization strategies. Zambia and China recently upgraded their ties to a comprehensive strategic partnership celebrating over 60 years of friendship. This is according to a statement issued to Icutv by the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development Public Relations Officer Chila Namauko. You're still watching Icutv Men News. We take a short break. More to come in international and sports news. Stay tuned.
At the Information and Communications University, we're not just educating students, we're shaping the future of Zambia and beyond. With a global perspective, ICU offers cutting-edge programs in information technology, business, humanities, engineering, and education. We combine theory with practical skills, ensuring our graduates are ready for the job market.
Whether full-time or distance learning, our flexible programs cater to the needs of every student, creating pathways for success. ICU is driven by innovation, research, and entrepreneurship.
We empower our students to be leaders and change makers in their industries.
Through strategic global partnership, including collaboration with leading universities such as St. Petersburg State University and others, we give our students a competitive edge on the global stage.
Our graduates don't just earn degrees, they create impact. They are leading the way in ICT, business, engineering, and more, both locally and internationally. Join the Information and Communications University, where your future begins today.
Welcome back, and now in our international stories, Bangladesh has declared a National Day of Mourning following a tragic military plane crash that struck a school, killing dozens of children and adults. The crash has shocked the nation, with emergency teams responding to the scene. Authorities are investigating the cause of the incident. More details are expected as the situation develops. And still in international news, medical sources have confirmed that at least 35 Palestinians have been killed across Gaza since the early hours of today due to Israel military operations. The fatalities include civilians caught in the escalation conflicts which has intensified in recent days. The ongoing crashes has led to increased casualties and widespread destruction, with hospitals and emergency services working under severe pressure to respond to the crisis. The situation remains fluid and further developments are expected as international calls for de-escalation continues. Stay tuned. We'll take a short break. Stay tuned for sports news.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Welcome back, and now in our sports story. The Zambia Police Service has officially announced Acting Chief Inspector Keagan Phiri as a new head coach of the Nkwazi Football Club, marking a new chapter for the police-sponsored team. As at the unveiling ceremony, Inspector General of Police Gabriel Masamba expressed strong confidence in Phiri's leadership, describing the appointment as a clear vote of trust. Masamba highlighted that Nkwazi FC represents the discipline and values of the police service and stressed that Phiri's leadership should embody these principles both on and off the field. He further assured the new coach of the Zambia's police services full support, including resources and strategic backing, as Phiri takes on his new responsibility. That sports item brings us to the end of Icutv menus, but before we leave, let's take a look at the stories that made headlines. President Hichilema swears in new lands commissioner and diplomats. Teacher at Kaonga Secondary School alleged caught abusing 15-year-old pupil. Ministry of Health launches national guidelines of portable X-ray use, and in international news, Bangladesh declares National Day of Mourning after military plane crashes into school. And in sports news, Keagan Phiri appointed new head coach of Nkwazi FC. Thank you for tuning in to Icutv menus. For more updates, stay tuned to our Facebook page Icutv and our website icutv.zm.com. Good night and God bless.